child, if that wasn't something, I don't know what. I had the live scheduled from last night. And I know a couple were waiting in there. I go in, and as soon as I get on, immediate technical issues. And even with my consistent attempts, it just kept saying unable to connect. I'm like, what is this? So I spent the first 5 minutes trying to, connect to that live specifically because I know there were a few waiting in there, and I didn't want everyone just sitting in that live. You know, I don't even know if you guys are going to receive this new notification. Because I know that, like, regardless of anything, y'all are in that live. So this might just have to be a playback. Unless, I don't know, if you have your notifications on, it'll just remind you at the top of this video as soon as I start. But nevertheless, let us go ahead and dive in. I'll just put a post later. I just didn't want to delay any more than I already have because I promised a 7 a.m. time slot. And yeah, now here we are at 7:06. So wanted to immediately start, but wow, yeah. Let's just dive into it. Let's just dive into it. Let's see what the energy is for the day. What insight can we uncover right now? What insight can we uncover as far as today? All right, so we have, first starting off, we have silver lining. Silver lining, familiarity, and loves me not. Silver lining, familiarity, and loves me not. So you're going to have to be, and this is okay because, again, this is just one day. It's just the energy for today. So loves me not, you're going to have to look at the brighter side of what's not necessarily working out for you right now. And also really analyze what it is that you're feeling, because for whoever this resonates with, you're connecting to this thing because it's comfortable. With familiarity being here, there's a sort of comfort about it, all right? But with it not working out anymore, there's a silver lining. So there's something to be grateful for. All is not lost. This is actually a great thing. This is a blessing. Heavy on a blessing in disguise. But yeah, just straight to the point, letting you know what it is. There is something that's not serving you anymore, and you're clinging to it because it's comfortable, because it's familiar. Do know that two things could be true at once. This thing could have once served you, but now you've outgrown it, and now it doesn't. So there's the silver lining in that. Yes, it's familiar, and you can defend it by saying yes, because at one point, this worked for me. This was in alignment with me. Okay, but that was that timeline, and now here we are, and for as long as you cling to that, you will wither away. Like, you will be stuck and stagnant on the timeline that it was supposed to be left at, rather than progressing and moving forward. But all right, let's go ahead and dive into it. Hi, Dwayne, welcome. Were you one of the ones who were a part of the previous chat? I had to switch to this one because I had these weird technical issues, and I was trying my hardest to get attached to that, well, not attached, a part of that chat. And no matter what, like, it was just saying, oh, you can't connect to the stream, can't connect to the stream. So I had to completely start a new one. But here we are. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and dive. All right, so you got the Emperor. This is good. This is healthy. And letting you know you are a lot stronger than whatever it is that you are clinging to or leaving yourself behind for. Got the Emperor. Oh, wow. And not all the cards fell. Give me 1 second, guys. Perfect time to sip your beverage. Okay, what fell? Some interesting ones, but too many, so I'm not going to take them. We also got the 10 of Swords. Yeah. Because it's time. It's time for you to go ahead and let this go. It's no longer serving you. 10 is a number of completion. But swords, like, it'll, like I said, wither you away if you let it. These 10 of Swords, you will be defeated if you let it. Let it be a 10. Let it be something that you complete. Let it be a cycle that you close out. You also got the Queen of Pentacles sitting as the overall energy. Something is going to be, ooh, and a Queen of Wands. Okay, something's going to be in place of this. You're literally not losing out on anything. One has to happen first, though, before the other can. And what I mean by that is whatever this beautiful thing that is going to come and replace it, it can't even sit there if you don't make room for it. If you have something in place of that, something that's outdated, of course nothing new is going to come in, nothing new beneficial. At least you're telling the universe that this is still where you are, that this is the level that you're on, this is the frequency that you're on. And this could be something that's 10 years outdated, 5 years outdated, or whatever, something that worked for you a long time ago. But can you look back and honestly say that you were still in that position? You know that you've outgrown that. You know that you've grown, right? You know that you've elevated, you know that you've ascended. So why can't everything else around that elevate and ascend with you? There's one thing that you're clinging to, it cannot stay there forever. We got this 10 of swords right here, right after the emperor at that. The emperor is letting you know that you're good without it. That at this point it's an illusion. At this point it's an illusion. You're truly good without it, all right? There's going to be great things that replace that, and these things are going to comfort you. They're going to nurture you. Like I said, whatever it is that you're clinging to that you've yet to let go of, you're on it because it's familiar and it's comfortable. That's what that familiarity is. Why would you leave something that's familiar? This is what you know. You know, this is the safe zone. I get that, but that was before. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands because it's a nurturing aspect to it. Whatever that's going to be replaced, it's going to nurture you and comfort you in that way. So yeah, I see why they started off with silver lining. Like, yo, now all is lost. Change your perspective on how you're going about things, or how things are, about to unfold for you, or how they're about to work out for you. Multiple things can exist at one time, and that is that it can be uncomfortable right now. And whatever it is that you need to let go of, it could have once served you, but now it is not. All right? We also got the devil. Ooh, in the tower. I knew it. I knew it. I was sitting in my meditation before I logged on here, and I was asking for any additional insight, anything that I would necessarily need for when it was time for me to, pull these cards. With the devil being here and the tower, because I saw it in a 10 of swords, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions nor scare anyone. However, like I said, it will wither away at you. I wish I could show you these cards, but one of the reasons why my camera is off is because starting the day, I want you guys to really lock in to this as a form of meditation. I don't want any distractions for you guys. But with this card right here, hi Simone. I'm doing a general collective reading right now. This is not the free reads that I normally do. Okay, so with this Loves Me Not card, but feel free to stay, Dwayne. I got some great insight for the day that you need to necessarily tap into if you want to make the best of it. All right, anyway, let's tap back in. All right, so with this Love Me Not card, you got petals on this flower that are all falling off. Honestly, there's just one more left. You're welcome, Simone. But yes, there's one more petal left on this flower, and that's like the last bit of life energy that this flower has. And it says Loves Me Not. It's the Loves Me Not card. So you would literally wither away if you stay on this timeline that is outgrown. It's outgrown. You gotta let it go. All right? If you stay there, you're just going to disintegrate. You're just going to evaporate. You're just going to disappear. You'll be here, but are you really? Is that really you? You're going to lose a whole sense of self here, and that's what you don't want to do. You got the devil in the tower. Like I said, this one thing, whatever it was, it could have once served you. Those are, that's the devil though, okay? That's the devil, because maybe it once served you, but now you're addicted to it. It's familiar. You've found some type of comfort in it. Something that you've outgrown, that's outdated, no longer serves you in a healthy way at all. Nothing positive about it. Like I said, it could have once did, right? But there's no need for it right now. It is absolutely not a necessity, yet you are still holding on to this. That's devilish energy. There's a spirit in there that you're clinging to. There's an obsession there. And that's something that you have to overcome, or you're going to run into a tower moment. Everything is going to have to come crashing down. Honestly, at this point, this is one of the themes that's been coming up into, This is one of the themes that's been coming up lately as far as foundations being rebuilt, because things aren't, sweetheart, not today. All right. All right, so yes, this is one of the themes that's been coming up a lot lately. With the foundations being like revamped pretty much, you're trying to build something. Not only that, you're moving past this. That is the bottom line. At the end of the day, it is time for you to move on, okay? It is time for you to move on. So yes, we're gonna, oh, sweetheart. Man, everybody's up for tarot and coffee. I got the cat here doing everything. All right, right next to that, we have the Five of Cups. It's not bad. The Silver Lining card. All these messages are coming out in different cards. It's not all bad, okay? Not all is lost. Five of Cups is crying over spilled milk. Like, you're finding any excuse to hold on to this. I don't want to do this. Oh, but I need this. Those are illusions. You don't. You don't. You actually need to overcome it. It's time. The Emperor leading the tarot, it is absolutely time. Great stability lies here. I mean, I don't want to be sit here and try to like sell you the message. I don't want to have to persuade you, but like I'm looking at the message and I see something very beautiful here, but it requires you making space. It requires you letting go. It requires you leaving that old timeline, okay? So with this Emperor card here, leading, be strong like that, be solid like that, be grounded like that, and know that you're stronger than whatever it is that you swear you need. You don't necessarily need this, okay? Let it go. Life is trying to give you a new beginning. Source is trying to revamp your life here. But one thing I can say with this tower, because we all have free will, you can absolutely ignore the call. Sure, yeah, do your own thing. And like I said, with this Loves Me Not card, eventually you'll look down the line and realize that you've withered away. However, you got a little favor here. Tower, the Tower card is always favorable, no matter how you experience it, because the Tower can look like many experiences for many different people. But the Tower card is always a blessing. It's always a blessing, and sometimes in disguise, because what we're asking for, it's like God has a greater plan. God knows way better than us. The universe can orchestrate something way more beautiful than we can, but we have to surrender. We have to let it happen. So with the Tower, it's always a great thing, because like this, that's dismantling what you thought was stable. Something there is not stable. There's a crack in there. There's a leak. There's some type of faulty foundation, because you're trying to build now. You have a lot coming in, and you're just going to be building on top like a tall skyscraper. And if things are not solid on the bottom, they will eventually crash. Now, you don't want to spend years building, all for everything to dismantle later, right? If any dismantling needs to happen, let it happen now so that I at least can start off on a good foot, knowing that everything I'm building is long lasting and here to stay. All right. Yeah, Cherise. Yeah, it was such a weird thing. I tried to log on and it was saying it wasn't able to connect to the stream. It was the weirdest thing. So I had to go ahead and begin a new one. I had a feeling I had a few left in there still. My apologies, honey. I don't know. It's my channel. We got some revamping to do. Okay, let's go ahead and tap into the energy that you guys have to look forward to for today. What heads up can y'all expect? Let's see if there's a heads up that you guys need to look out for. All right. Any heads ups or cautions that you guys should look out for the day? Yes, welcome. I hope everyone is enjoying their coffee or tea or water. At the very least, I hope everyone has something to drink. I hope we all start our day with hydration, especially before your coffee, before and after. All right. What heads up? Woo. All right, so I'm gonna just start throwing things out there. I have a couple of downloads based on these cards, so if it resonates, just grab it. If not, that wasn't for you. But we have Thief and Offer, Screenshot, Screenshot, Fake Smiles, wow. Moving, looking you up, uninterested. Somebody feels left out. And Again, I'm gonna just be throwing stuff out here, so take it as it resonates, and if it doesn't, it's not for you. But okay, somebody feels left out. Someone is very much so, if you are on social media, all up in your business, trying to get updates, keep tabs on you, seeing where you currently are, screenshotting you, for real, that's literally what the card says, screenshot. For others, they could be I guess like judging, like looking you up as far as your numbers. If any of you guys have a business online or are doing something where there's some type of potential for, increase or progress, they're looking to see if you've progressed. They're trying to see, like, from the last time they looked you up until now, has anything been different? Has there been any type of, number increase or something like that? Be careful of who exactly makes beverages for you. If any of you are tapped in like that, someone is trying to do weird things to your coffee. I'm throwing weird things out here. If it's for you, it's for you. Thief. Somebody, if anybody is moving soon, be careful if you have movers, because these movers might be a little swiperish. They might hit you with the, oh, I'll take that. I'm also seeing valet. Valet, be careful if you valet. Be careful if you give anyone who is outside of your home, who performs a service, access to your personal things. This goes for people who are in hotels too. If you're visiting a hotel soon, this week, this weekend, or something, be careful of leaving your personal properties out and about. I wouldn't even leave it in a, safe that it comes in. Yes, and then somebody feels left out. Somebody's fake smiling in your face. They're not being upfront, letting you know, hey, actually, I just feel left out. But maybe one of the reasons why they feel left out is because they're not invited, and they're smiling in a fake way because that's their way of, like, hoping to get some type of invite. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing ever. Let me pull on it some more. This is weird. Let me pull on it some more. Again, these are just cautions, anything you need to look out for, a heads up. For some of you guys, you have nothing to look out for. Like I said, if none of that resonated for you, then that wasn't for you, because all the things that I needed to say, I said. But not always do you have to be on guard, anxious that something's going to happen. Maybe for some of you guys, nothing was going to happen. But yes, let me pull some more clarifiers just to be sure. Yes, someone absolutely feels left out. They feel like you're a little too calm and nonchalant when it comes to their bond, your relationship with them. They want more, but that's not what the situation is giving. That's not what the moment calls for. They seem a little emotionally immature. Whew. All right. Yeah, hopefully y'all get it. I'm gonna close out on this because it's just redundant at this point. But yeah, for the most part, you guys get it. Those are the heads up that you guys can look out for. Let's tap into the guidance that you guys have for today. Ugh, I hope that just resonated for a small group of people. Like I said, for others, if none of that resonated for you, then you don't necessarily have anything as a caution or to look out for today. We don't always have to, call hazardry to our lives. We don't have to accept that. All right. What guidance can you guys receive for right now that's going to help amplify your day? What guidance can you guys take right now? Oh, why the Four of Cups, guys? Okay, so for somebody, maybe because it's a Monday, and I didn't even say happy new moon, guys. It is a new moon. It's a new week. It's a fresh new day, the beginning of the day at that. Hopefully I'm catching the most of you guys, the majority of you guys who are at least stateside, before you begin. So you might have either a long day ahead of you, a long week ahead of you. Starting off, I see with this Four of Cups, it's like, oh my goodness, maybe because it's Monday. Mondays can be dragging. I get it. Mondays can be draining, especially in the U.S. with the high energy and all that stuff currently where I reside. The next card that came out is the Ten of Wands. You feel as if you have a lot of things to do. It already starting off, it feels like a burden for you, which is one of the reasons why, man, about Trump invading Greenland, honey, honestly, I want to do that on a separate one. I want to give that one a separate energy, but we could definitely tap into that. But let me get back to the today's energy, sweetie. So yes, for you, Monday could be very draining. Like you're already starting off, oh man, this is heavy. I don't want to do it. Getting out of bed was tough. Hell, even tapping into this live was a little, maybe I was a little oomph. Hopefully I was. But I see someone here, you're already anticipating something heavy, all right? At least for you, the overall energy is the Ace of Pentacles. Again, I asked what kind of guidance can we like receive right now? So let something here be, what's the word I want? Motivation, okay? I feel like you're going to get some type of reward, some type of treat, some type of blessing, some type of motivation here. It might be smack dead in the middle of you feeling all of this. So maybe your most potent day will be Wednesday this week. But I see here you're going to have to face this Four of Cups energy and this Ten of Wands energy, this disappointment, this discomfort. And the reason that is there is because you are supposed to feel. You have to feel it. It's a Four of Cups, but the good thing about the Four of Cups is like, it's not too bad. Not all is bad. He has 3 cups in front of him, and there's a cup next to him, which equals 4, that's being offered, but he has his hands folded like, that's not good enough. You know, so he doesn't necessarily like the hand that's dealt with him for him right now. And right after that is a Ten of Wands, because he feels as if it's heavy. It's a lot to carry. It's a lot on my plate. It's a burden. Who wants to deal with this? However, you're going to be given some type of reward, some type of treat, letting you know like, hey, actually you're doing a great job. And that's motivation, right? You pay someone well enough for a job that's kind of mundane, they're going to keep coming back because they like the pay. There's rewards in this. So there's some type of reward that's going to come to you, even though you don't want to necessarily do this. All right, this week could have definitely been heavy for you, but yeah, actually root beer is amazing. But yeah, you're going to pull through, all right? Especially after you get this reward. But you do have to face the energy. You do have to face the energy. One of the guidance that they do have for you today is for you to receive any of this, you have to do what the cards say. You have to follow the energy, and the energy says to feel. Okay, you have to sit in it and you have to feel. It is your responsibility with this Ten of Wands, because you're the only one who can do it. It's your plate. It's your to-do list. It's your job. You know, these are things that are assigned to you. Ooh. Yeah, see, oh my goodness, your Reese, girl. Sending you a hug, girl, and much protection. But, yeah, there's going to be a few distractions too. There's going to be a few distractions. When you're in the midst of receiving something amazing, this is an Ace of Pentacles, meaning it's going to come from the divine. It's not something that can be logically explained. When you receive it, it's going to be like, man, only God could have done this. So there is going to be a few attacks here. We also just had a new moon. There's weird energies right now, especially with it being, I could go down a rabbit hole for you guys right now, but I'm supposed to be keeping these short and sweet. But, that's like the perfect time for low vibrational spirits to come in and try to mess with whatever you got going on or whatever you got coming. Like I said, you got a big Ace of Pentacles here, and this Ace of Pentacles can look different for everybody. It doesn't always have to be monetary. It could be an idea, but whatever it is, you're going to be joyful, full of jubilee, and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, it's going to feel like a reward. It's going to feel like a blessing. All right, so we also have the Six of Swords. Not only is it going to feel like a reward, things are going to be a lot smoother. Like I said, for somebody who works, there could be somebody who works a mundane job, getting paid a lot of money, but simply because they get paid a lot, they're able to return. This, whatever reward it is, it's going to change the trajectory of everything for you. If everything feels tight, stagnant, tough, like blockages after blockages, why do I constantly have to deal with these weird things that are, you know, I don't this is not my energy at all. Why would you bring this to my door? Like we're arguing about what you're trying to fight me about, we're just like, you know, it's things like that that are going to try to come in and pull you away from what it is this blessing is. And it's just energies. It's just spirits. Sometimes it's not even necessarily the vessel. But do know that when these rewards come in, things are going to shift. everything is going to shift. But there are those low spirits who are just watching you like, oh my God, this person is close to that manifestation. They're close to that ascension. How can I keep this person on a past timeline? Like I said in the beginning, for some of you, y'all are clinging to something that you should have outgrown a while ago. And it's like now you're on the verge of doing it, especially because some of you guys just needed a little reminder. I don't know, maybe a little closure. I don't know, but you're right at the brink of closing out that cycle. That was a 10 of swords, but here we have another 10, a 10 of wands. All right, so do know it is your responsibility to show up, but face it, face the energy, face the emotions, and be honest with yourself, and watch you get rewarded for it. Things will change after that. Things will be a lot smoother after that. Oh, like I said, oh my goodness, guys, with Temperance, the Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, someone, whoever I'm talking to, you could be a fire sign. I got the Temperance, the Emperor, it's definitely Sagittarius and Aries energy. Hi, sweetie. Oh my God. Okay. Cat just fell. All right. Okay. He has the zoomies. With the Temperance, like I said, okay, I'm sorry, I'm excited. With the Temperance here, you're in alignment. That's one of the beautifulest downloads I received too in my meditation. It's like things can be falling apart, because you did get the Tower, remember? Things can be falling apart, but at the same time, you can still very much so be in alignment. You could look around and be like, dang, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening. Congratulations, you're in alignment. I know that's like, what the heck? But really, like, because when you have God on your side, God will make sure you're good. God will make sure everything's being orchestrated, okay? Like, we can think that we have the best plan ever. Like, oh, this is how it's about to work out. And God's just over your shoulder like, I wouldn't circle B if I were you. The answer's definitely C. And then you go ahead and circle B, and God just take the pencil, erase that, and I said C. But to you, you're like, no, I'm going to get it wrong. I'm about to hand in the paper. She's about to grade it. And boom, it's correct. But that's us with the Tower moment. Like, we think something's about to go our way. And God's like, no, it's going like this. Everything around us starts getting chaotic, and people are leaving, and, you know, everything gets shifted. But boom, you were in alignment the entire time. So, like, two things can definitely coexist at once. Okay, with the Temperance card, this Temperance card here is, what is this? That's divine alignment. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. You got 2 cups being poured into each other. They're sharing the energies of each other, but how can you do that without the energy of alchemy, right? You're an alchemist at this time. You are in control. You get to dictate how all of this goes, okay? Also with the Five of Pentacles, let this uncomfortable change happen. I said all that to summarize it. I know it's going to be a difficult, or at least a challenging, let's say that. I know it's going to be a challenging shift, but this is honestly what the energies of winter are made of. This is the shadow aspect, the darker side of things, the more stiller side of things, that need to get in alignment before the new year in spring actually begins. So this is very much so right on time, okay? So yeah, it may be a little uncomfortable, as you got the Five of Pentacles here. And before this, we also had the Five of Cups. So that's 2 5s. You got 2 5s, 2 10s. Changes need to happen. You need to complete a cycle. And you got 2 of the most uncomfortable 5s too. You got a 5 of Cups, that's crying over spilled milk, and 5 of Pentacles, which is like, I forgot what exactly. It's just difficult transitions, okay? Yeah, being left out in the cold kind of thing. But yeah, so things are trying to shift for you in your favor. Let it. Allow it. Now's the time. You're not going to benefit at all if you don't. We always have the choice of free will. So by all means, you can choose to stay on this past timeline, something that you've outgrown. However, something more is calling you forward because you have greater here. Whatever it is that you're clinging to in the past, it no longer serves you. It maybe once did, but it no longer does. And you're ready for more. All right, let's get one card out of the Oracle. And I will close out. Five of Pentacles, like a victim mindset. Kind of, yeah, Five of Pentacles is kind of like a victim mindset. Like, woe is me. That's what I wanted to say. It's kind of like a woe is me kind of thing. But yeah, feeling left out in the cold, like, oh my goodness, I'm the only one who has to experience these weird transitions. I'm the only one who has to deal with this. You guys don't know what it's like. Y'all don't know how it feels. Like, you know, that's not comfortable. That's not settling to sit in, right? However, it's going to feel like that unless you take full responsibility and accountability for allowing whatever this new blessing or manifestation is to come in. You have to make room for it. All right, one card out of the Oracle. Miracles, woof. Miracles are everywhere. Keep the faith. Ashe. In alignment with this Ace of Pentacles. Guys, there's a miracle here. There's something that's going to come, and it's most definitely going to replace whatever it is that you're clinging to, okay? It's going to wait. It's going to more than comfort you. It's going to more than nurture you. And it's going to be miraculous. You're not going to be able to explain it with the logical mind. That's just probably why you feel so heavy. You're moving logically, especially with all these wands that you're carrying. You're moving very logically with the Five of Cups, with the Five of Pentacles. It's very logical, but shift your perspective to a faith-filled one and see that miracles are literally everywhere and allow them to come to you because you deserve it. All right, so you are in line for a miracle. You just have to take yourself or allow yourself to feel the process along the way. All right, don't ignore any feelings. If anything arises, let it. I'm not saying to crash out. You still want to have some type of self-control, but do know that when heavy emotions, especially because we had a new moon right now, when these heavy emotions arise, that is you shedding the old layers of your past self. You have a, like we just ended the year of the snake. You have a few more layers, or one little tiny layer to shed, and that's it. Like I said, it's right on time for the winter season. Yes, we are in 2026, but we have not hit the new year yet. So this is the last bit right before we hit that new year, and this is where the shadowy stuff happens. So even though things may feel heavy, whatever, it's okay. Two things can coexist at once. Things can feel heavy. You can feel emotional. You can feel like every second you want to cry, but you can very much so still be in alignment. And you are. All right, that was a beautiful read. Great way to start the week off, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'm calling huge miracles to you guys. And thank you for joining me on my live. I will see